There's this idea that people who are always late are irresponsible, careless, or just bad with time. But the truth is, people who run late often have some of the most complex, layered, and surprising psychology out there. Let's break down the real reasons, the ones no one talks about. They live in a different mental rhythm. People who are always late don't do it because they don't care. They simply operate on a time perception that feels more fluid than rigid. They estimate minutes optimistically. They think they can fit everything in. And honestly, that comes from a mind that moves fast. They're driven by emotion, not the clock. Some people treat time like a rule book, but people who show up late, they treat time based on how they feel in the moment. They focus deeply, get absorbed easily, and lose track of what's happening around them. It's not avoidance, it's intensity. They struggle with transitions. Most chronically late people don't realize this, but shifting from one task to another takes more mental energy for them than it does for others. Finishing what they're doing feels more important than rushing out the door to start something new. Their mind wants closure, not interruption. They've been shaped by their past. Not everyone who runs late does it casually. Some grew up in chaotic homes, unpredictable environments, or with routines that were constantly shifting. Time didn't feel structured, it felt flexible. So as adults, they move through life with that same internal clock. They're not lazy, they're overloaded. Here's something people rarely admit. A lot of people who are late take on too much. They say yes to everything. They juggle responsibilities. They underestimate how long tasks will take because they believe they can handle it. It's not a flaw, it's a pressure they put on themselves. They crave the rush. Some people who are always late don't mean to be, but the adrenaline of the last-minute sprint gives their brain a boost. It wakes them up. It forces them into focus. They don't chase lateness, but their brain responds to urgency like fuel. They procrastinate for emotional reasons, not logical ones. People who are consistently late aren't avoiding time, they're avoiding certain feelings: stress, boredom, pressure, discomfort. Becoming late becomes a side effect, not the goal. Their standards come from perfection, not carelessness. Some people arrive late because they're trying to do everything right. They want to leave the house when they look their best, finish tasks completely, make sure everything is perfect before they walk out the door. They'd rather show up late than show up unprepared. They're focused on meaning, not minutes. A lot of chronically late people aren't avoiding commitments. They're deep thinkers, creatives, builders, planners. Their brain cares more about ideas than schedules. They lose time because they're engaged with something that feels bigger than the clock. They feel deeply, and that's why they struggle with time deeply. People who are always late are not empty or indifferent. They care, sometimes too much. Their mind is full, their emotions are heavy, and their thoughts run faster than the world expects them to. So if you're someone who's always late, by choice or by habit, remember this: there is nothing less about you. You're not broken, you're not lazy, you're someone whose mind is richer and more complex than people assume. Someone who moves through life with a mind that doesn't always match the pace of the world around you. If this hits home, you already know what that means. Are you late because your mind moves fast, or because life made you this way? If this made you think different, hit subscribe. We go deeper every day. Don't forget to like the video. It helps more people find messages like this. We're here to make sense of the beautiful, messy complexity of being human.